Dungeon Runners Podcast.
Hello and welcome to the Dungeon Runners Podcast. I'm Matt, and today we've got General Drown.
That's me.
And Mr CreepyPasta.
Hello.
Hello.
Wow.
And
lucky you too.
hello. And I've got a very important question for you guys.
Okay.
You guys have to listen tight, right?
I've always listened tight.
If you had a choice of either having 4 legs or 4 arms, what would you rather have?
Arms.
Arms.
Nobody would
Why?
ever choose to have 4 legs.
Why the fuck would you choose 4 legs?
Yeah.
What am I? A dog?
No, that,
Yeah,
that would literally be it. Like unless you're like full on, like I want 4 legs for the persona reasons, then like you would not want to have 4 legs because 4 arms immediately Goro.
Yeah.
Goro?
Goro. Mortal Kombat.
Mortal Kombat.
Oh, yeah. No, because 4 arms, that means you don't have legs though, right? Oh,
Well,
wait.
arms, man.
Oh wait, no, I see what you're saying. So the question is not like having additional limbs. The question is having like replacing your legs with arms or replacing your arms with legs. Is what you're saying.
Yes, that's how I'm going to do it. Because as soon as you said your justifications, I realized how stupid the question was until we just specified that you can't have legs. You either have 4 arms, so you have like, you know, your 2 normal arms and your arms where your legs are, or 4 legs, having legs where your arms are and legs where your legs are.
4 arms, still.
Really? I don't know about that.
Because I could just be a monkey.
Okay, a monkey doesn't have 4 arms.
Yeah, but they can use their feet as grippy things, you know?
Like having that those dexterous toes.
Yeah.
I feel.
Have you ever tried doing a handstand for more than 5 minutes though?
Okay, but I imagine like your other 2 arms would become stronger because you're constantly on them.
So you just build up like...
That's what your legs do.
Yeah,
Yeah, why?
but you'd be super short.
I don't know about you, but I have really long arms.
Okay, that's true actually. Yeah,
You're slender, man.
No, Jen has like he's really fucking tall.
Yeah.
Is he?
Yes.
How tall are you, Jen?
All right, so I was telling this story before, but when Spike took us to Disneyland, like what was it, like a summer ago?
That was during Halloween last Halloween.
Last Halloween.
Yeah.
It's not summer at all.
Yeah, that's the
Just so you
furthest
know.
point from summer.
I had a lot of problems because I was way taller than everybody else. And
What? Like getting into the
okay.
rides?
Yeah, so you know Splash Mountain where you're on the log ride and you guys all get in and everybody has a fun time. So you know the like guard, like where the log is, where your legs are supposed to go underneath. My legs were above it.
What?
My knees were above it, so my knees were constantly. Whenever we took a turn or we went downwards, my knees would just be bashing on the edges of the fucking log. And then when we went to the Haunted Mansion, they have these safety rails that come down over top of you. Those things, when they came down, they smashed into my knees. And I was sitting next to Barnabas and he just laughed at me. it fucking hurt.
What the hell? So yeah, no, legit, like foot and inches. How tall are you?
I'm 6'1".
6'1"?
Yeah. I have longer legs than I have a torso. Like way longer legs than I have a torso.
So his torso is already tall, and he has just incredibly stupid long legs to go with.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I got a friend who's like pretty much 90% legs.
Dude, my legs look fucking fine.
Like if you were a girl, you'd have like the perfect legs.
Yeah, I got
Long
legs. I got legs for days, as they say.
Legs for days.
Dude,
Jesus.
like fucking in high school, I used to run cross country, so I used to work on my legs a lot. Don't really work on them anymore. Actually, probably should. It's starting to become
So-
like a
Look, okay,
not as muscles.
That's going down to the fact that like you actually want to work out, but in
know?
truth, man, nobody wants to.
I just want to look good.
Yeah.
But
I
you're
wanna
saying
work out.
that you want to get rid of your legs to have 4 arms. Which, how are your arms?
My arms are alright.
Wait. I was gonna say actually, yeah. Why would you want to get rid of your legs then? If you're super proud
Well,
of your
okay, I
legs?
still want to be able to grab things.
Yeah, but you're losing an asset, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I know. I feel ya.
Which also that would mean, would you actually lose your butt? Would your legs would just be replaced with shoulders?
Like a kind of like a harpy, but you know, down.
Imagine like that really, like a really 4-inch wide butt. Like put your 2 shoulders, imagine they're touching together. That's your butt when you've got arms for legs.
I mean, that's a really tight butt, at least.
That's not a
Yeah.
tight butt. That's like a bone protrusion.
Very tight.
I've also got the problem, my wrists aren't very flexible. So I used to do a lot of handstands when I was doing free running, and it kills my wrist because that's pretty much like destroying my flexibility in my wrist. Like I can't get past like a 20-degree angle trying to bend them back.
Well, that's
So-
why that's just why when you use your leg arms, you just make them to fists.
Your leg arms.
Yeah,
Have you ever tried doing a handstand on your fists? There's no balance.
I've done it once.
For how long?
How long?
That fucking know. It was back in high school.
On your fists?
Yeah.
Could you hold that?
Not very long. I did it though. I was
Tell you what
also,
you could do.
more evenly weighed.
Is that before you got like legs for days?
Yeah,
And you're like a
before-
normal proportioned human being?
No, I mean, though, if I can, like, in high school, I sprung up with a fucking changing proportion.
Oh, were you one of those like growth spurt kids where like you go to school one day, you're like, ha, look at you little pipsqueak, and the next day you just come in and everyone's looking up at you going, dude, the hell?
Yeah, pretty much. Okay, so you guys had PE, right? Physical
Yeah, of
education.
course, yeah.
So, do they ever make you wear these PE uniforms?
Yeah, and if you didn't bring them in, you had to do it in your underwear. Very creepy.
What?
when you were in
Was that
primary
a
school.
thing?
Was that a thing
Yeah.
in England?
Was that really a thing? That is horribly creepy.
That's fucking.
This
messed
is
up,
primary
dude.
school too.
Yeah, that's really messed up.
That's fucked up. I don't know even. No, I can't top that, Matt. I
Did
can't.
Yeah, there's no way that was one of those
Go on,
things like
no,
if you-
segue off that story, please. I want to hear it.
But the reason I brought it up is because like the problem that tall people have is that
tall people.
is that
Tall
okay, shut up.
people.
So
Hashtag tall
if
people
you wear
problems.
like a medium shirt or medium clothes, they'll be too short for you. But if you wear any large clothes, they'll be loose on you, but they'll fit.
Yeah, lengthwise, but
Yeah, because so when we had PE, they only had either large or medium. So they had me take medium. So my legs were completely shown the entire time, from like thigh to leg.
full on short shorts.
Yeah, pretty much. It's because like a fucking
Yeah.
yeah. It's like, oh, you're a medium. This fits on you, so here you go. Here are the shorts that go with it. Like, oh, cool.
So what you're
What, did
saying
they
is
give you
that
a
if you
uniform?
replaced your arms with if you replaced your
They made
replaced
you
your legs
buy
with arms.
PE clothes.
Yeah, they did. That was actually really messed up.
Yeah.
But if you replaced your legs with arms, then you would have shorter legs at that point.
Yes, I would. Actually, I don't know if my arms are shorter than my legs. I think they are.
I'm looking at it now. I'm probably not standing
Yeah.
on the mic because I'm leaning over, but I'm trying to put my shoulder roughly thigh level, and yeah, I'd lose like a foot.
Yeah, me too.
Or
I would
a foot
lose
and
a foot.
half, maybe. It's like
Yeah.
halfway down my shin. That's a foot at least.
I'm trying to measure it.
Difference.
Yeah, it's
I
definitely
really
a
wish
foot.
that we had cams
Yeah.
on right now just so I could see what the fuck you guys are doing.
No, you got to measure it out. You got to. Okay, I'm leaning my body over. I'm straightening my leg. I'm losing like a clear foot at least. I'd have such a short stature because I'm 5'11", but sometimes if I'm talking to girls, I'm 6 foot, and I'd be down to like the low 5s, sort of high end 4s. You know what I mean?
I do. I don't.
Yeah, totally.
Like I'd be 5 foot shorter.
I-
No, not 5 foot shorter, but I'd be 5 foot or shorter.
Oh, okay. You'd be what they consider average women height.
No way, average. women
Actually,
5
I was gonna
foot.
say there's no way that that's actually a thing.
No,
There's
it's
very few women I've ever met that's like that's actually at 5 feet.
Five,
I know-
well, 5 foot, 5'5"?
Like yeah, usually it'd be I could see
Yeah.
5'5" being more of a thing.
Oh, that's what I thought Matt
remember.
said.
My mum is like Asian, but she's kind of like really small Asian. And when she stands and lifts her arms like straight up, my head is where the bottom of her palms are. Like she is tiny.
Yeah. I mean, I assume we're all taller than our moms, right?
Yeah, but I'm taller than both my mum and. Wait, are you?
No, I please, but you've met my mom, small Chinese woman.
No, that's why I had to double think. I was like, no, wait, you gotta be
Wait a
taller
minute.
than her.
Was it all a ruse? Was he standing on the stair step? The
Sorry.
conclusion is the dumb question.
Yeah. I was like, what did everybody conclude on? Was there actually like any ideas that were switched over, or like? Because I'm still on the thing about I'm getting 4 legs.
You have 4 legs?
Yeah, dude.
You can't hold things.
Those fly honeys with the foot fetish. You feel?
Yeah, but how would you video game?
You never? Okay, let's be honest with ourselves here. Who has not tried to play a video game with their feet before?
Okay,
Yeah?
to segue from that, there's a dude who plays Final Fantasy 14 who doesn't have arms and uses his legs with the controller. It's like Final Fantasy 14, the MMO. It's so accessible that he's able to play it.
See? Video game.
Isn't there someone on Games Done Quick? Oh wait, no, there's a guy with one arm in Games Done Quick. Who speed runs with one hand.
Yeah, dude, he had like a super sad monologue after his speedrun. It was fucking great. And he's opening this SGDQ.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Really?
No way!
Half coordinated. That's his name.
Half coordinated, dude.
Yeah.
That is so cool.
Yeah, seriously.
That guy's awesome.
That's what. Okay, I was about to say something and I realized it's a terrible pun. But like, you know, in life, some people get dealt a bad hand. That's not the pun.
Wow.
That's just
Wow.
to say,
Wow.
but he makes the most of it. I was going to say that. I was literally. It sounds so bad. I shouldn't have committed through to say it. But
Yeah, you're
that's.
fucked up. We have to clip that. Matt, we're kicking you out of the podcast.
I didn't mean it like that, but what I'm saying is that how
Hit
would
the
I phrase
bleep
it some
button.
other way? But there's some people that play with their feet too.
Yeah,
Who
that
they're
was
the kind
more
of
or less what I was trying to say. Is like
Yeah.
I could definitely play a video game with my feet.
You can learn.
Yeah,
yeah.
But-
There's people who can like pick
Why?
up forks and stuff with their feet and pick it up to the mouth. That's like incredible to me because I can't even touch my toes.
what you're trying to say though, Jen, is like you'd prefer to be instead of learning a new way to play a video game, you would prefer to learn to play a co-op game on your own.
Hell
And keep
yeah,
it
son.
to hand.
Why do I even need people?
That's terrible though. Just become more antisocial.
Please, like I needed 4 arms to give me a reason. Anyways,
I don't even
for
know
your
what I
other
do.
question, Matt.
Jen, what have you been up to this week?
All right, so this week, General Drown got a job, like a real job.
Oh,
I'm working at I can't really say where I'm working at, but I'm working at a factory where I'm like basically working on multiple machines every day.
Oh, cool.
So
So you're working at the dildo factory, or is it like a?
yeah, it's you know,
It's a dildo factory.
yeah, you just make molds, you turn it in, and I guess that's how dildos are made. I actually don't know.
I would only assume. I don't know if there's like an.
I assume you
artist
don't
they hire to
need
make dildos.
people to make dildos.
I
'Cause it's
I-
like, I mean,
I honestly
both that
can't accurately
statement,
answer
because
that.
you can use anything, and also they're just like what are dildos made of these days? Like silicone?
A silicate, some kind of silicate.
Yeah, something. So it's just like you just put it in a mold, right? So it's just like a giant machine. You press the button and it goes boop, boop, boop.
I mean, yeah, but how would you do quality control? I'm sorry. Go ahead. Continue with your actual factory story.
Anyways,
you know what? That was the exact question I was thinking, Spike. I wonder what the QA's like for dildo machines.
QA. I don't even think about this anymore. But yeah, got a job. I leave at 3:30 a.m. and I get back at approximately 4 p.m. So I'm gone most of the time. So like
Yeah, that's a long
worked.
shift.
I worked today, and I'm still doing this. I have enough energy to do this. Don't worry, I'll still be here. You can't
Okay.
get rid of me.
Oh, okay. Then that means Matt, our meeting earlier is just forget about it.
Oh,
Yeah. The new podcast,
Yeah, don't worry about it.
the Spike
like
and
it's
Matt podcast. That's
sobbing loudly sobbing. Emotions. What about you, Matt? What have you been doing?
me.
Yeah.
Oh, I got into. Oh, right. You guys are gonna love me. I found a new game, my new favorite game to play.
Oh no.
Right? Do you know what it is?
I have an idea.
I've been getting really into online poker.
This is like, is this gonna end up being where we have to have a talk with you?
No. The thing is, right? Like every casino advice ever, just chase your losses. Don't quit
What?
until you make your money back.
No.
No.
That's entirely incorrect. That's not how you
right.
play in a casino.
No.
I'll start
Here's what
making
you
the
do.
intervention banner.
No, this is an intervention. This is like the start. This is the start where you're like, oh man, remember when Matt was like, just normal? Now he's making millions playing a game because gambling makes you money. It's free money. It's like it's a money printing machine.
Matt,
Okay,
your drinking
everybody
has
who's
drove
currently-
this family apart.
Yeah, everybody who's currently listening to this podcast, please know that Matt is either joking or delusional. This is
am
not
joking.
correct.
You're joking.
Okay.
I have got a friend that makes like literal like tens of thousands a month playing poker. But I just do it for fun because it's
Makes
fun.
tens of thousands a month playing poker.
Yeah, he bought a house and everything.
Good lord. Off
Dude,
playing
there's
poker.
serious money into it.
I
All you
Yeah.
have to do is chase your loss.
All you have to do
No.
is, throw away your life.
No, I feel like that's it. It's throwing away your life. I could never live off of a thing. Okay, so Matt, remember when we were the first time that we went off to that casino together, and we saw those guys there. They worked over at a gas station, right? And,
Yes.
Yeah, what they did every time they got their paycheck is they just took their money, they went over to the casino, and they would just put it all on a 50-50 chance. Give
Literally
it.
like $100 on black or red.
Yes.
Ridiculously.
There's no way I could ever risk money like that. I mean, like, yeah, we would go over there, we take out, some money to go play, but always it's under the idea that like, okay, this is money that, is essentially burning, and hopefully we'll get some of those money back. We never go in there with the idea of like, we're going in, we're going to make a profit. This is live or die. This is the money that we're living off of for the month, for the week, for whatever, right? But that is it. I take my paycheck, I go in, I bet my money. I could never live on a gamble like
That's
that.
an
man.
entire day's paycheck. Like they didn't put like I'll just put like, $50. Imagine you made $400 that weekend or whatever. I'll just put $50, a little thing. No, they were putting the entire thing in. And the guy next to me was just putting money in and he kept losing loads in a row.
Yeah.
Because that's the problem with the 50-50 odds is once you lose one in a row, you have to win two. Once you lose two in a row, you gotta win four in a row. And that's the problem with 50-50 odds is it's not technically 50-50. It halves every time. So what becomes 50-50 is 25, 12 and a half. And then after 2 or 3 goes in a row, you are literally never going to make money statistically.
I cannot make a living or live, period, on something that's luck-based.
Why not, man? You could live off of luck, technically, as long as you're lucky. However, my heart feels like it would fall to pieces if I knew that every single day it was me rolling the dice to see if I'm going to be able to live tomorrow.
Well, there's those professional, like, lottery people. So they get, like, tons of lottery tickets. And they got systems, and they win it, like, 2 or 3 times.
Who?
There's people. It's like,
Name
they
one.
Got okay, I don't know their names. I just remember them talking about it.
So you're basically giving us a source, which the source is fabricated.
No, I swear
also known
like,
as they say.
They say you can make money off the lottery.
Fucking great.
Okay. No, there's a legit thing of like people making money from the lottery by doing like these.
I honestly do not buy it.
Matt, it's impossible.
I get that it's possible to win the lottery. You could do the odds, right? And you could say like, okay, so there's certain amount, this is my chance of winning. This is the number of tickets I have to buy to make my chance of winning viable. As long as I have a spread of numbers that's different, then I can have a viable chance of being able to win the lottery. However, I think the amount of money that you spend on the tickets at that point becomes so high that the lottery is only a very small, what is it? A very small profit for you, very small net profit for you. In the actual long run. Mind you, I could see how that would make you money, assuming that you had that much to spare constantly. But fuck that.
Oh no.
Also, you're thinking of the idea of like Matt Spike said, if you had that much money to spare, but then you got the people who are throwing away their life, being like, I have to win. That's it. If I don't, it's over. Back to the streets.
Back to the streets. And if you do lose on those harsh odds, then like even still, like you just fucked yourself. Like there's no way you could ever run that system again.
Yeah. No, there's this these I think like Harvard students or whatever, and I think their professor found a lottery thing. You know that how there's different like ticket systems or this thing or this game or the multi-millions or the Euro millions or whatever, but the US has. And they found this one which had like statistically this anomaly where if you did this certain thing, you'd always win, and they made tons of money from it. But I wish I could remember the details because these are just stories which I read once over and go, oh, that was really fun. And I don't remember the exact details. But they got caught after a while.
Yeah.
And they just
gaming the
stopped
system.
them. Yeah, no, there's basically the lottery like messed up. They made this loophole which like guaranteed them a win, but it's like such a mathematical thing to figure it out that only these like Harvard or whatever students figured it out.
It's kind of bullshit that things like counting cards or being able to understand what someone's going to be able to play or how a system works is considered cheating.
Yeah,
because
you're
it is
smarter
cheating.
than the system, but you're smarter than the system.
Yeah, stop being smart, asshole. No nerds allowed.
No, you're right. All right, Spike, what have you been up to?
Honestly, I did a convention this past weekend, so it was really good. I went over to MomoCon in Atlanta, Georgia, and it was really cool. I met Matt Mercer and a whole bunch of these other voice actors that were there. Met Jonathan Young, another YouTuber. It's a really cool guy.
Get any Georgia peaches?
No, I didn't actually. I wanted to get Georgia peaches. I wanted to go get this mead also that's made in Atlanta that I didn't get a chance to do. I mean, we did get to go to the Atlanta Aquarium though. That was really cool.
Oh yeah, and you did that thing.
Yeah, the whales, the whale sharks.
Yeah, you gotta touch a shark.
Yeah, I touched
a shark.
Yeah, you touch a shark. They have touch pools over there with sharks in them, so you actually could feel a shark.
Dude, Spike's the shark toucher now.
The shark touch.
I was gonna say, what's it like touching death?
It's not like a deadly shark, I'll tell you that. But yeah, you do get to touch a shark, and that's really cool. Then they have the standard things in the touch pools you usually have, which are like rays, like really small rays.
Oh yeah, skates.
Wait, what? Skates.
Yeah,
what are they called?
Well, I mean, it's a regional thing, but yeah, smaller stingrays are called skates.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. Okay. But yeah, skates. And so there was this one thing I wanted to bring up, and I'm not too sure if this is like the appropriate time to bring it up, but I've been talking to you guys about it before, and I really wanted to bring it up now. So to do MomoCon, I had to give up, obviously, some other conventions. It's really unfortunate because a bunch of conventions fell on the same date because it's Memorial Day weekend, right? So a bunch of cons wanted to cash in on that, being able to go over multiple days and increasing their patronage, which is totally understandable.
Yeah.
The one issue I had, though, is one of the biggest cons I usually go to is Phoenix Comic Con. And I couldn't go this year because of MomoCon. And I was actually kind of upset because I have a whole bunch of friends that are over in Phoenix that I normally get a chance to see. But, it's whatever. I was signed a contract already, so I went ahead and went. Phoenix actually had some pretty big problems over this past weekend, though. Namely, it was with the cosplay props. So I'm pretty sure you guys know, obviously, cosplayers have like a good amount of weapons and stuff that are usually brought with them. People dress up like the Punisher, or they'll bring prop guns, or the 501st that do like Star Wars and things like that, have all their different cosplay props and guns that go along with their Star Wars sets.
The characters from Ruby always get their sights taken away, even though like they're clearly fake, but they move, so they might be dangerous. So. Right,
yeah, things like that. Like normally you can't bring any kind of, if you have like a weapon, like I said, like the Punisher. If you're gonna bring a gun, you can't bring an airsoft gun or anything that actually does have a trigger that moves. Just in the danger that if you put like a BB in there, you could actually injure somebody with it.
Yeah.
I think even Nerf guns are banned, aren't they?
Yeah, if you have a trigger that moves, that's the deal.
Yeah, like you gotta basically take the internals out.
Yeah. The thing that happened in Phoenix, though, is this is why it makes it somewhat crazy. Because obviously, trigger that moves is what says, like, okay, you can't have this at a con. Somebody had brought in a shotgun, a real shotgun.
What?
Yeah, a real shotgun with real ammunition in it. And he was loading it and aiming it to fire when the police actually stopped him and arrested him.
Oh, what? Like live ammunition?
Live ammunition, real ammunition. He was going to use it. Yeah. Later on, I think this was Friday, he came out and said that he was going to shoot Jason David Frank, who plays the actor that played the Green Ranger. If I remember that right, this is the stuff that I didn't fully read the article over. This was actually Megan who told me about this.
Yeah, but you're right.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what she had said. It was Jason David Frank that he was planning on shooting because Jason also canceled all of his panels and all of his stuff after that came out. I think he came back on Sunday though. Sunday he actually came back in because he didn't want to just leave fans hanging like that, which is like honestly a super commendable thing from him because that's kind of heavy thing to hear, like, oh yeah, a guy came over here trying to shoot you, and like I would have if that were me, I probably would have like left for the weekend because I didn't know what kind of wild cards are actually around.
Dude, yeah, I'm losing my nerve already just thinking about it.
Yeah,
thinking about
on the 26th he tweeted, it's unfortunate things happen, but I will not let things distract me from my fans. Jason David Frank.
That's really commendable on his part, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's something that actually took place, and it had a really bad kickback from it as well. I mean, it's an understandable kickback from it, but a really, really negative one on the convention was that after that happened, which I think it was Friday, is when this all took place. The con decided, okay, no weapons are allowed at the convention, no props, no weapons. So from that point, like. I think you guys know Murphy and stuff like that. He had actually spent like $200 to bring all of his weapons and props down from his home over to Phoenix to go to this convention. Many people had the problem. 501st, all their weapons for all their Mandalorians, all their stormtroopers, everything had to be gone. Ultra Sabers, if you guys know them, they make the lightsabers. They were removed from the convention because they sell weapons. And they're huge, like they're a massive company. If you do Star Wars cosplay or Star Wars anything, then that's Ultra Sabers is where you get your props.
The $200 lightsabers, $200 plus sort of those metal ones that are just so nice to hold.
Yeah, that's the one.
Oh damn!
All of those ended up being removed, and I have a feeling like everybody has this theory that like basically they're not going to be coming back because the way that they were basically removed was kind of insulting. It was one of those things where like
dignified.
Yeah, it was one of those things of okay, so if you're going to selling your lightsabers, we need to anyone that you sell, they have to be put inside of a trash bag for them to be walked away with. And Ultra Sabers had said, no, we're not going to put them into trash bags. That's kind of demeaning to our product. So they said, well, if you're not going to put them in trash bags, then you have to leave.
Wow. All right, but it's also unreasonable for them because they literally just had a fucking weapon attack.
Yeah.
Like, come on, Ultra Sabers.
It's
Like the high ground. Sorry.
Yeah, it's a knee-jerk reaction from the con, but it's like kind of one that they needed to make, you know? And obviously, if one person made it through with a weapon because of like whatever was done where it wasn't checked properly, then who knows how many had made it through. So it was like, it has to be done, but at the same time, it really sucks that it had to be done, you know?
It's basically this one guy ruined it for everyone. It happens, but it's fucking like necessary precautions now.
Yeah.
Did they ever show like a reason of why he wanted to shoot the Green Ranger?
I don't know. I don't think so, but honestly, I don't know. That was just the information that I had read about, and then Megan had read about the incident.
I can give you some follow-up.
Yeah, sure, go for it.
Following the man's arrest yesterday, his full arsenal of weapons had been revealed by police, and it included 2 .45 caliber handguns, a 454 caliber handgun, and a 12-gauge shotgun, all fully loaded. A combat knife, pepper spray, and throwing stars. How the man managed to make it past security with that many weapons, and why he exactly was targeting Jason David Frank, are currently unknown. He had a shit ton of weapons on him.
Dude, that is so much more than just a I was just thinking like he hid a shotgun down his pants or whatever, but like 3 handguns?
Yeah.
And
two 45s. 2 45s, a combat knife, pepper spray, and throwing stars.
That is a lot.
Yeah. That is tons.
This is clearly not he snuck in. It's not clearly like he got past security guard. It's like he snuck in like from in the air ducts or something.
Yeah,
because there's no fucking way.
It had to have been something like that because that's a lot. Was it like? Does it specify? Was it something that he was carrying or?
This was following his arrest. This is after they got him, and so they went and searched them.
God, that's crazy.
Like 3 handguns, a shotgun, a knife, pepper spray, throwing stars.
That's craziness. That is honestly craziness. It was really unfortunate for the convention too because Phoenix is a huge con. And I don't know if I've shown you guys pictures whenever I go to Phoenix. Like it's one of those conventions where it takes over 3 buildings in downtown Phoenix.
Wow.
So it's a gigantic event, and like to have something that dangerous there is saying like it quite possibly going to ruin the entire event. Like in everything from now on, it could be that like Phoenix is something that not many people really want to go to. It could like take it down from being a national convention to something else.
Yeah. It's gonna have the stink on it.
Mm-hmm.
It's not their fault, but it sucks.
Yeah. What's good is happening to you right now?
What good?
Besides your gambling addiction.
Making money playing poker. But nah, something I was gonna ask you guys. Something I was thinking about this week is no one's ever explained to me what the first base, second base, whole base thing is. Like in England, we see it in a lot of movies. So it's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go to this girl's house and get to second base. That's a terrible impression, but no, I don't know what it means.
That sounds exactly like you. What are you talking about?
I'd never say that. I'm much more classy than that.
Is this smash?
Smash.
Smash?
Yeah, are your parents in or spelt wrong?
No. Eat home.
Like the finger pose broken emote and like the okay emote.
The fucking was it a squash in the hand?
God.
Eggplant.
Eggplant. There he goes.
No, you're asking what is first and second base because I can tell you right now it's a baseball analogy.
Yeah, it's. I mean, do you know what baseball is?
Who the fuck doesn't know what baseball? Don't even start.
Balls. It's a ball that has bases, and then you base the ball.
Yeah, I've seen basketball.
Damn it, I was about to make that reference.
It's the American. It's the great American pastime. Everybody knows what baseball is.
Dude, Japan.
Yeah, you just said it. The great American. Can I pull you up on that? The great American pastime.
Okay. Yeah, but Japan fucking loves baseball.
Yeah. See? Why don't you catch up with
Japanese.
Japan?
I thought you were.
Yeah.
Who even are you?
I'm in England. We don't have baseball.
You don't have Japan.
We got squash. Is it squash? No, softball.
Squash. Is that what we're just talking about?
Squash?
Is that the squash emote? Is what you're talking about?
No, squash is when you play it's like tennis, but instead of standing in either side of a court, you're hitting the ball against the wall in a glassed off court.
Racquetball?
Yeah, that's racquetball.
That's squash.
Racquetball.
Yeah,
that's racquetball.
And then you take away the rackets
what
and
you
it becomes
call
handball.
squash.
What?
No,
it's like the lines on the. It's an indoor court, and
that's racquetball.
That's racquetball.
Yeah, it's a squash.
Racquetball.
Squash.
Racquetball.
Tell me, and softball. That's the one where it's like baseball, but you underarm it, right?
Yeah, you underarm it, bigger
And you
ball.
have to drop the bat and run around, right?
Well, it's basically baseball, but with underhanding and a bigger ball.
Yeah, I played that one, but we never had
Then
baseball.
you know what baseball is. It's the same thing.
Yeah, but I still don't know what that's got to do with titties.
All right.
Okay,
Matt.
this is the thing that it actually many people give the bases different names technically. Like not everybody calls like first base, and everybody calls second base. Like everybody has different activities for different names. That's what makes
what?
this question kind of difficult. Yeah, isn't that a thing?
Really?
Okay, what do
I
you
thought
think
it's
first
just-
base is then?
First base is holding hands.
What? No, it's touching.
No, it's not.
That is. It's smooching, fondling.
That's
touching.
that's smooching. Yeah, first base.
Ah.
First base is smooching.
Oh yeah, first base is. I mean, like it's not erogenous touching. It's not like
Okay.
groping. It's kind of like, hey girl, and you put your arm around her.
That's so not first base.
It's around first base because you're it's still kissing and being within area. You know, no room for Jesus.
No room for Jesus.
Jesus can't be in this.
Okay. Wait, who's right then? Because I wanted a tutorial. I wanted to be educated, and I feel like I've got two teachers that are telling me to contrast. You know, when you have two lecturers for the same like course, and one of them tells you something contrasting to the other, but you still have to do one of them.
Yeah.
Yes.
I feel like I'm getting that right now.
Well,
we're
that's exactly
basically
it
saying
right
the
now.
same thing.
Like I should
Yeah.
have gone on ratemylecturer.com or whatever.
To rate my
Oh my
professor.
god. No,
Rate my
no, when I was,
professor.
oh my god. I actually saw that when you uploaded it before it said rate my lecture, and I was like, I'm obviously Matt had to put up episode 1.
He had to go fix the link though.
Wait, what did I do?
You put down rate my lecture when in the previous Dungeon Runners podcast. We had talked about rate my professor, rate my prof.
Yeah,
and,
rate my professor.
Yeah, I noticed that one of the tags was rate my lecturer, and I was like, that would have been from Matt. Nobody would say lecturer.
You know what? I was trying to do this tags off the top of my head. Shoot me.
Well, nobody in America says lecturer.
Yeah, seriously.
Why?
That's lecturer.
It's a lecturer. It's the guy who does the lecture. No, tell me about the first base, second base thing. I need to know.
Okay. You know, there's you go to second base, and then there's third, and then there's home run.
There's home.
How many bases are there?
There's
4. It's a diamond.
Okay.
Yes. How many points are there on a diamond?
Like 7.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
is it 4?
Yeah, it's you
1,
hit 4
2,
baskets
3.
before you get a home run. That's correct. On your 5th, then that's when you end up getting a touchdown.
Goal.
Okay, so in this analogy, who's the pitcher? Who's throwing the ball?
It's not about pitching. You're running the bases.
No. So I imagine
No.
Okay. I'm the guy with the bat. So I'm trying to get to all the bases, right? And the more bases I get, the more lucky I get with women.
Well, technically,
Well, I mean,
in this,
yes,
in
you
this
are correct.
analogy, technically the pitcher would be the girl you're dating because you're trying to get on the plate in the first place. You know?
So I'm against
No,
her.
that's incorrect. So you're not trying to get onto the pitching mound.
No, not onto the pitching mound. You're trying to bat. You're trying to get a hit.
Oh, I feel you. So you're talking about I guess in that analogy,
'Cause
yeah.
you're-
Then
technically you're
how many
going up
runs?
against what you can get past her.
And you have like, you get, I don't know, you strike out, and that's when
Yeah.
you don't get lucky.
Yeah, exactly. It's called
Yeah,
striking
that's
out.
exactly it.
And
Yeah,
you got
yeah.
3 strikes. You got 3 strikes. And like in arguments, typically they're like, "Oh, you're on your 3rd strike." That could be the baseball thing. It's all
Yes.
baseball. Love is just baseball.
All of it's baseball. Everything's
Dude,
baseball.
I should have studied baseball. That I might
It's because you're an outfielder, man.
understand women more.
You're an outfielder.
Yeah, only the
You don't
long
bat.
shots go for it.
That means I'm on the girls' team, right?
No, what?
The girls, the outfield. What's an
Yeah,
outfielder?
actually, that would put him on the girls'
Yeah.
team.
I
I
guess.
thought it's just the batter versus the whole team, like 1v20 or whatever. How many people are on the field?
I mean,
I mean,
Yeah,
yeah. You know what? Yeah, you're an outfielder. You're friend zoned.
So
your
in
friends
this
are-
analogy,
Didn't even have a chance.
yeah, you're just in the audience. You're in the stand trying to get the catch
Yeah,
of the home run.
I'm cheering on the batter.
I caught the ball, mommy.
Wait, what does that mean?
so,
That I caused the failure of you?
In this analogy, is the umpire the guy just watching you do it with this girl? Like
Okay.
the guy in the corner just
You know
sitting
what?
there?
You and me one day, we need to discuss what kind of dates you have. Because obviously, you and me consider dating to be very different things.
Who's the bat boys in all this?
The bat boy. He's what we call a cuck.
Who's the mascot? The
Mascot?
mascot's like the teddy bear that you have that she has in the bed that always seems to go between, just like bouncing around, right?
God.
Oh my fucking god! What is that? What are we
You ever
discussing?
seen, did you have that advert when you were, I think it's a British advert where it's like, the parcel shelf on a car? And they're playing really loud music, really bassy music, and there's two teddies, one is a rabbit and stuff. They start like bouncing with the music going do do do, and then they start bouncing towards each other, and then it starts looking like they're humping each other. I can't remember what the advert's for, but is it like that?
I have no
Is that
idea
the
what
mascot?
you're talking about.
It's like your sentence began with words I didn't understand. But,
Yeah.
Whatever.
I have
I don't
no idea what
understand.
we're discussing, man.
Okay, so the first base is like touching, like
it's
holding
kissing.
hands and
It's
high
kissing.
fives.
No, it's kissing.
Kissing.
First base is
Smooching.
kissing.
Smooching.
Yes.
Oh,
First-
who said holding hands then? Is that just
Technically-
Touch.
is that just walking up to the board, like the
Well,
the
okay.
place?
To be honest, if you're not at first base, if you're not kissing, you're probably not holding hands, and you're probably being within area. You're not dating.
Yeah.
Can I throw one in there? Can I invent one? Okay.
Go ahead.
The hip young people in the audience can use this one because I just came up with it right. You know when you hit the ball, you go, and then it flies through the air and it gets caught by one of the midfielders or whatever. That's the girl's friend cock blocking you, right? That's like you're like, yeah, I'm getting on with this girl, and the girl's friend comes over and goes, oh, who's this loser you're talking to? And all of a sudden you're out. You're
Girl,
shattered. You're
he ain't
destroyed.
no good.
No.
Yeah,
That,
you have
that's
that.
called striking out.
It's,
No, you didn't strike out because it was the other person, but it's on the girls' team in the analogy, which in this case, it's the girl's friend.
Yeah, technically, when someone catches it in the air, it's just an out. It's not striking out. It's
Yeah,
just an out.
that's out. And that means you got cock blocked by the girl.
Yeah.
An out is a cock block?
patented that one. That one's my analogy right there. So every time like I talk to a guy, I'm like, did you get caught out? And I'm giving the finger
Caught
guns
out?
because like I want that to be in the movies.
Matt, I'm starting to think I know why you never get past first base. Because we haven't actually gotten past first base ourselves
I
here.
was gonna say I don't know what second base is. That's why I can't go past first base. Okay, so I made it to first base. The ball's still in the air. I can still run to the second base. What's second base?
Yes, so second base that's touching.
That's real fondling. You get
Yeah,
the boob.
that's where you go to boob town
Yeah, or butt town.
or butt down.
Butt town. Butt
Ass. Ooh. Okay.
Town. That one's easy
Okay.
to understand. It's the
Yeah.
in between.
Yeah, and that's unanimous between you two lecturers. You two professors right now. Professors of
Yes,
love.
I'm pretty sure I know. Everything I've ever seen is always discussing like that to be touching. Everything is always second base is where you're groping, you bump and grind.
Yeah. Now third base is where we might fall off.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. I everybody disagrees or has different ideas of what third base is.
because I'm pretty sure third base is not home run.
No,
You
it's
still
not
have
a
to
home run.
because you have to go to home plate. Third base is not that far.
Yeah, but it's somewhere in between. Third base is somewhere between touching and wham bam, thank you, ma'am.
Basically, I would say third base is anything that isn't penetration.
Yeah,
Wait, that's
It's anything but penetration.
yeah.
is that like
You don't get it in, but you're getting them touched.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That moment of realization. I was like, but what could be?
Oh my god, Matt.
I was just thinking over in my head. I was like, but what could it be if it's more than booby touching? But not penetration. What is that?
No wonder you strike out. You try to go straight to home
Jesus
base.
Christ!
Yeah, I'm just running back and forth in the middle of the diamond at this point going, no, what's going on? I don't understand the game. I'm doing cricket at this point. I'm running back and forth between first and second base. What the hell?
Jesus, Matt.
This is amazing. Why didn't anyone tell me this sooner?
What?
Why isn't this at school? Is this taught in school?
Trust me, this is in plenty of schools.
Yeah.
Why wasn't this at my school? We didn't even have a baseball field.
Did you guys
I was
take
gonna say, you
A6 ed class?
You were busy playing Magic the Gathering. You didn't have time to do this.
No, he was watching
I didn't start
Naruto.
playing Magic
You were
till like
watching
last year.
Naruto.
Naruto was great. You didn't tell anyone at school you watched it. You were like, "Oh man, only nerds watch anime," but really, you watch a lot of it.
And then you see the kid in the anime club with the Naruto headband. You'd be like, I was like,
I'm like, "Damn, I need to get one of those. One in a kunai knife."
Alright, Matt, so we learned you up.
Yeah.
Now go apply it to the real world.
What's home base?
Are you fucking
Home
serious?
base? Home base is wham
home
bam,
base?
thank you, ma'am.
And then, you know, the next batter goes up and you're out.
Yeah, then the next batter goes up.
Okay, yeah. So imagine, right? I'm on the batting plate, whatever, and I go ka-chink, and then I knock it really far, and I'm running around, and I get to second base, and friend catches it and throws it back. Who's batting next, and what am I doing while they're batting? Is that like a threesome?
You're jerking off and crying.
Basically, you made it as far as second base, and now the better guy is here.
Yeah, now
Yeah,
you're
but if
done.
if he hits it better, I'm getting to home run
You're
first.
taking this analogy way further than it actually goes.
40 seconds.
No, he's not. You've struck
Okay,
out,
but
my
Player's
friend.
watching the whole time.
You're
my
Okay,
first.
but
going
Matt,
home.
see, the problem is if he hits the ball, the person they're going to try to get out first is going to be you because you're closer to home base.
I don't know how to play baseball.
Then stop talking about this.
I just want to know. I just want to be cool, like the cool kids.
Matt, come to America. We'll get a gang together. We'll play some baseball.
Oh, dude, can we do that?
I don't want to be playing baseball. I don't
Round
want
of
to
a bunch
touch
of-
your dick.
Why not?
Wow, why not, Matt? What do you have against touching dicks?
Dude.
We thought we were all bros. We're not doing this because we're friends?
We already bought JL crystals.
Yeah. What are we charging our JO crystals? Let's have a great sesh, man. All just around a fire, charging our crystals. Bunch of deer and wolves come out of the woods. We're just all howling together. Have a great sesh.
Suddenly
The fire starts
gets put
turning
out.
green.
The fire changes green. The night becomes alive with colors.
That's a terrible night to have a curse.
Which, by the way,
man.
you guys there when I was doing that game show at MomoCon?
Yeah, that's fucking rigged.
It was not rigged.
It was so rigged.
He was probably rigged. That kid deserved to win, okay? Luigi was the best part of that whole damn show.
Oh my god.
If he didn't win, I would have been upset.
So we were watching it with creeps. He just kept calling the kid, well, what is that fucking minion doing on the stage? Yeah, he kept calling it a fucking minion. A minion
Okay.
from Despicable Me.
Hold up. For everybody who's currently listening, let me put that context into this. There was a game show panel that I was a part of when I was over at MomoCon called MagFest Versus. It was hosted by a bunch of the guys that work for MagFest, and the winners would get the very first tickets to be given out or to be sold, I guess actually distributed for MagFest. So I was brought in to be one of the guests, like or the quote celebrity guest for one of the teams, and there was God, who's the other guy? Was another YouTuber. And then there was one of the cosplay guests was also with us. And then everyone else were audience members that were all brought in. And we were attempting to win this for the audience members, of course. And the game show was essentially Nick Arcade, which is an old arcade game old game show from the 1990s on Nickelodeon, where we're playing, quote, a video game. So we're attempting to move certain characters through this maze to get from point A to the goal, and you're in control of the character if you answered quiz questions correct or managed to do things like that, or beat them at a video game, 2 versus 2 or 1 versus 1 video game. And there was one of the other teams, the opposite team, not with me, was this kid. I think he was going into the 4th grade. I remember he specifically said that. Who was dressed as Luigi. And every possible turn, Luigi was getting prize after points after. And then I had to go up against him. When I chose to do a fighting game, I was like, yeah, cool. I'll do a fighting game. I'll take on this other guy, this other YouTuber. Let's go. Face to face, it was like the kid. And I was like, well, shit, now I gotta let him win. There's no fucking way that I'm gonna beat this child at a game, like on fucking Twitch with people watching
Should have
me.
beat that kid. From reality.
Tryhard.
No.
What's that, who's that Street Fighter player who kicks that kid's ass? That professional. Oh, what's his name? He's a really good Street
I
Fighter.
don't know. I know who you're talking about.
What are you talking about? No, wait, what do you mean?
As a professional Street Fighter tournament player was streaming, and there's this little kid going, "Why you let me win?" And then he's just screaming down the mic, "You gotta learn today, kid!
Yeah.
You gotta learn today!" Just absolutely reams in, like full-on combos in, perfects him, sort of thing. And he's just like, "Oh, I feel really bad, guys."
It
to the
wasn't
stream,
Justin
but then
Wong,
it's-
was it?
Justin Wong, that's it.
Was it? It was.
Yeah, the American
Yeah.
player, not the Japanese guy, the American one.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, he absolutely kills this kid, and the kid's like getting really wound up. But obviously, this guy's like one of the best, if not the best in the world at the current time. He just kills him. You should have done that. You should have just
You
perfected
should
him.
have smacked the controller out of his hand and say,
Yeah.
fucking learn.
You gotta learn today,
Welcome
kid.
to the real world.
Push him over, take his lunch money.
Yeah.
What
What you done? You're gonna make him go home with an ego now. He's gonna go and be like, yeah, you know that Mr CreepyPasta over 1 million subs? Yeah, I kicked his ass. You know, he's a bit of a chump. You are the chump.
He's gonna go home and he's gonna become a person. He's gonna become better at stuff because you let him win. You want that on your plate, Spike?
Yeah.
Yes.
To destroy him for the
Look at
rest
him.
of his
He's
life.
gonna have
Destroy his
self-confidence
ego.
in himself. He's gonna feel good about it. He's gonna go to MagFest. Oh man, should
He's gonna
take that
chat
away
to
from this
women
child.
confidently. He's gonna get to second base.
He's gonna-
He's gonna know what second base is before Matt.
Yeah. He's gonna steal your girl.
Good lord.
You had a good time at Momozon, but you know what the rest of the world has been doing?
What's that?
Rest of the world right now. Okay, so this news is like breaking news, more or less breaking news. Godzilla vs. King Kong taps the Blair Witch director.
Really?
Yeah,
Taps?
taps. You know,
What do you mean taps?
like they're having them break for the film.
I thought they were making it already.
Oh yeah, but they're getting what would you call it? Advice, I guess. They're having them help with the fucking film, right?
Well, why the Blair Witch director?
Yeah.
Are you talking about the first Blair Witch?
I don't know if it's the first Blair Witch or it's let's see. It is the director Adam Wingard.
I don't know.
So I don't know. I don't
Yeah, I
actually
was gonna
remember
say,
the name of it.
When I think about the Blair Witch Project, I think about definitely a viral movie that made it incredibly huge. But like, I don't think of like, oh man, the camera work. That was a phenomenal film. It was a massive film.
All right, but at the time, without like super special effects, the direction of that movie was actually pretty good.
No, I get that. But like, I don't know. Like, there's
it's
a
a weird
big
one.
difference.
Yeah.
No, yeah, it's a big difference between like the Blair Witch and multi-million-dollar Hollywood production.
I mean, the Blair Witch was a multi-million.
No, it wasn't.
Production. It made a shit ton of money.
Yeah, but not multi-million-dollar budgeted production.
Well, not budgeted, but it made money, and that's all they need.
I mean, I guess.
I mean, I guess, yeah. Anyways, you know what also was disappointing to you, Spike?
What?
Red Dead got delayed for another year.
God,
A
it's
year?
Oh
Another
my
year.
God!
It's
Yeah,
coming out in
What?
2018.
Oh.
20. Oh,
I think
my
it was
days.
said that it was going to be spring, but it was still that's half a year that it got pushed back because it was supposed to be November, and now it got pushed back to spring because of
Maybe.
quality.
Maybe they're pushing it back for a PC port?
Oh yeah, I
maybe.
doubt it, but yeah.
Probably not gonna happen.
No, yeah.
Did you see that there was another so Rockstar actually set the thing straight about a couple of screenshots that quote leaked from Red Dead Redemption as well.
What?
It turns out that it was part of a cowboy MMO that was essentially inspired by Red Dead Redemption and wanted to be made, like they wanted to make their own kind of thing. In most cases, I'd be like, fuck yeah, that's exactly what I want. I could just do that instead of Red Dead Redemption 2, right?
Yeah.
If you go to their website, which everybody was getting super excited about this. I think even Hell's Hobo sent me a message. It was like, yeah, no, we're going to be cowboys. I was like, yeah, I'm ready to be a cowboy. It's going to Kickstarter soon. It's not actually out yet.
I'm out.
It looks finished. It looks finished.
Hey, guess what? My advice is don't back that. Fuck that. They don't need the backing. That's bullshit.
Yeah, I mean, as much as I really want to be able to support developers and things like that whenever it goes into the backing, if it looks like it's done, why does it need it?
Also, Rockstar needs support.
Oh, no. It's not Rockstar. This isn't made by Rockstar. This is another
Oh.
company that has decided that they're going to...
Oh, okay. You didn't clear that up. What's the
So it's
company?
just a random company making an MMO based on cowboys.
based on cowboys, exactly.
Is it a big company or is it a small company? That's really what matters here.
I think it's a big company.
All right,
'Cause
big companies on Kickstarter, bad idea.
The thing I'm thinking too is like, how does cowboys translate to MMO? Is it going to be like
That's
an
what they said,
RPG
is like-
element thing, or is it going to try go for like the Destiny sort of? We're a first-person shooter with level up mechanics. Yeah, it's an MMO.
I don't know how it goes. According to what it said on their website, which I don't even remember what it was. I think it was Wild West Online or something like that. According to them, they're less trying to be about an RPG element, more trying to just recreate a Grand Theft Auto experience, which makes me feel like they're just making Red Dead Redemption online with better graphics.
So like a sandbox open world western,
Yeah.
with horses and revolvers.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I mean, the theory about it would be cool. Yeah.
If
Also,
it plays good.
God,
No, I was going to say, like, if it plays good, like, the thing with GTA games or people who try to be like GTA-like games is they're really hard to make.
Yeah.
So you can tell instantly when you start playing them, this has not had the same billions of people and millions of hours put into it, like, say, a GTA game. And I don't know, hopefully it'll play good, but I want to at least see something first before committing to the idea of, yeah, let's get everyone to do this cowboy MMO.
See, that's the thing also is like, when I said it looks finished, I mean like the graphics wise, it looks like stupid refined. Like it looks like they've already gone through, done everything, optimized it out. This could be screenshots from a game that's on PlayStation 4. It looks amazing. But for some reason, it's going to Kickstarter based on that.
Yeah, I have my reservations about stuff like that.
Yeah.
Also, I have two segues. Speaking of Rockstar and GTA 5, the Gunrunner updated was teased. You know anything about this, Spike? Because I know Matt does a little bit.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
Alright, the Gunrunner update is going to be a big update where they're going to be adding a bunch of new cars and some underground bases that you can do arms trafficking in.
Oh, cool. So it's
they are not adding any new guns.
What?
The gun running update is not adding any new guns. but a cool thing is what they're kind of implying is that some of the old cars are going to be able to get upgrades of more armor and mounted guns on top of the cars.
Okay, but what?
Yeah, I know. Again, no guns. I don't understand. Like, unless they're saving the gun part for like when it comes out. But right now it's just cars and bases.
I mean, it sounds better than like. Not better, but like, you know, like the Lowrider update they did where it's like, yeah, look at these old classic cars. Now you can put funny suspension in them if you pay hundreds of thousands of in-game currency. It sounds like, here's a bunch of cars you can armor up and put turret guns on, like Mad Max. Let's do this, boys. I'm kind of into that because I like the idea of strapping guns to cars, not suspension to cars.
Look, okay.
Hell yeah.
All I'm saying is that's cool, but there's so many updates so many things I want from GTA 5 that it's not giving me. For one, the damn casino to open. For two, new guns, like to fill up the rest of that wall, because obviously there's room there for the guns, but they haven't added them in yet.
Yeah, and in one of the game modes they have the railgun, but you can't buy it.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm feeling you on the casino thing. I'm not addicted, but like,
okay,
I'd like
you,
to casino.
You and me need
money.
to have a serious talk at one point. One time in the future, you and me need to do that. And also, every time that you come to America, I need to stop taking you to casinos.
Casinos, yeah.
That was when I went with you. I think that was the first ever time I went to a casino.
Yeah.
As if you feel his addiction.
I know.
Sure as hell wasn't.
I've made a mistake. I've made a mistake. Okay.
Can I clarify, like, just in case people are taking it super seriously? I am not addicted. I just do it for like a little bit of fun and just play with it. I joke around. But
he's been playing it every day.
I was gonna say, like, you're not addicted. Okay. I play only from when I get up till lunch, then I do my work, and then after work I only play then. So it's not an
once
addiction.
I make my money, it's just go straight back into it.
Hey Matt, what were you playing before we started the podcast?
Last game or last thing I was doing?
Last game you were doing.
Last game? Okay.
Wait, was it really? So in between us playing Friday the 13th last night and now you had played poker again?
Well, it just takes 10 minutes.
Yeah, sure.
I won't go into too much detail because I don't want to take up so much time talking about it because we talked about it like 3,000 times already. But basically, I put $1 in, I just do a couple of hands until I make 20 cents, so it's $1.20, and I'll leave. I don't want to keep playing because I'm like, that's 25% profit right there. I made 20 cents. I only do the 1 cent, 2 cent tables just for a bit of a laugh, and I walk away with the money like a scumbag. And so far, I've been making money. I'm like, hey, just like little pennies, but it's just 10 minutes. Oh, cool. That was fun.
Somebody want to talk about Friday the 13th?
Yeah. Well, all right. So Friday the 13th came out. It looks like a great game, but unfortunately, they did not expect the huge amount of people to play the game. They expected like 3,000. Like, I think the numbers was like 50,000 or not. It wasn't that big, but it was like 5,000. Something way over their servers could handle. So they've been having a lot of issues. They're trying to fix it, and they're working on it constantly, and they know this is a problem. They're working on it, trying to fix it. They want you guys to be happy.
Yeah. The thing was, I think the server issues supposedly were fixed up yesterday morning, that being May 29th. The morning of May 29th is when they had the big server update. And it's been working better. So there's still a butt ton of bugs in the game. Like, it's not to say that this by no means is it considered to be a perfect game at this point, but it's they've done a lot to fix it up, is what I've been hearing, and it has been a lot of fun since I've been playing it with everybody else. It's been a really fun experience, because I mean, Friday the 13th is actually my favorite. It's my favorite horror movie franchise by a wide margin. Actually, it's my favorite one. Like I've been having a hankering to watch Friday the 13th part 7 again, like real bad.
Yeah, it's understandable. It's like, honestly, what does he got to compete against? What, fucking Freddy Krueger, Michael Myers.
Yeah, Michael Myers. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I love Freddy Krueger. I love Michael Myers, right? But like, he's like literally one of the first horror movies that got me into watching horror. Was Friday the 13th Part 6, and it still is my favorite.
Wow, Part 6 took you that long?
Yeah, Part 6 was the one that got me into it. Part 6 is great because it is just that right there is like definition of like slasher films. There's no point to it. Horribly written characters, but they're all just written in there to be there for 7 minutes and then die. It's great.
It's the cheese you want.
I still need to see these things. I've never seen a Freddy Krueger. I've never seen a Friday the 13th. I've never seen a...
They're not going to blow your mind.
I've seen a Halloween.
They're not... They don't stand the test of time.
Yeah, the thing is, they're laughable now. They're that bad that they're really laughable. But I mean, that's also half the point. In the new Friday the 13th game, like a lot of kills that you do are just they're jokes. They're jokes from people that watched the movies before. That was the whole reason why Jason in the game can punch off a character's head, because like that's the joke.
I remember hearing you. So in the game, it's proximity chat. So if you're close to someone, you can hear them. If you're too far away, blah, blah, blah. I could hear Spike in the background going, "Oh, this is so cool. It's the kill from the..." And like I'm nerding out about like how he's getting killed or something. And I was there running away going, "What the hell? Just get away from him. He's going to kill us."
That's pretty good.
You don't understand, okay? I've watched all the movies so much, I can recognize the kills from different things. And I was getting killed, I remember that one, because I was getting killed in the style when Jason killed those two girls in Friday the 13th part 10, Jason X.
Oh my God,
he picked him up in a sleeping bag and just cracked him again. That was so cool.
That one's so iconic for the worst Jason.
Dude, okay, Jason 10 was so bad, but like it was so good.
It was the most ridiculous one. It was in the era where everybody was going to space.
Yeah. So Jason goes to space.
Wait, he goes to space?
Yeah. It's
He goes to space to get his mask.
Matt, you and me, we're gonna do Dungeon Runners Rabbit, okay? And you and me are we're gonna Dungeon Runners Rabbit this shit out of Friday the 13th.
How many is there?
There are
Well, you know there's at least 10.
There's 11 of them, I believe. 11 of them total. Where
Is that including Freddy versus Jason?
no, it's not.
No,
it's not including Freddy versus Jason. Freddy versus Jason is one that sticks out on the side. See, this is the thing about Friday the 13th. Around the time of Jason Part 8, that's where they were supposed to end the series. At the end of Part 8, Jason gets like destroyed by swamp gas. Like his entire body's destroyed. And that was like, okay, so this ends the actual story, because unlike many other like horror films at the time, it actually has a continuous thing. When it means Part 1, Part 2, Part 3, it means it actually continues beyond that point. Like at the end of Part 1, it actually leads into Part 2. At the end of Part 2, it leads into Part 3, and so on. And it does the same thing with all of the movies up till Part 8. At the end of Part 8, Jason just gets totally destroyed. Sewer gas ignites, it just destroys his entire body. We watch him like as a child crying there, like his spirit, before his spirit is completely destroyed. In Part 9, he's just suddenly back again. And Part 9 was created as a lead up to Freddy versus Jason. At the time, they really wanted to do a Freddy versus Jason, but I think because of rights and budgeting, they weren't able to do so. But at the end of Part 9, you actually see Freddy's glove like grabbing his mask and tearing it down into hell. Part 10 was just like going to space. Jason's back. There's no reasoning for why he's back, but he's just back. And
it was like he was after his mask or his machete or something like that. It was something dumb. Yeah,
they created like a reason for him, and then the military came out to capture him, and it was a really dumb reason. But I mean, it's not meant to be taken seriously anyway as a film, so it's whatever. But then Freddy vs. Jason is technically kind of connected to Part 9. Part 9 isn't even connected to the main canon of the story. It was just so that they could build up the fight between the two killers. And then like really the 11th film is kind of more of the reboot they did for Friday the 13th. They did a reboot in 2009, I want to say. But it stars Jared Padalecki, the guy from Supernatural.
Nope. I don't
Really?
watch TV.
Okay, well,
Supernatural.
are you serious? Come on, you guys are on the internet. Everybody talks about Sam and Dean.
Is it,
What?
is it a
Sam Dean?
superhero thing?
Never mind.
Is it a documentary?
Talking to goats. I don't want to.
Goats. How dare you? Anyways, speaking of dead content,
Wow.
we-
It's
Me
just
neither.
been revived in a game. How can you say it's dead content
I
now?
was talking about Supernatural.
Wow.
Speaking of dead content, I need to die. We need to wrap this up.
Yeah.
So tune in next week for Matt's intervention.
I do not need an intervention. I'm not addicted. I just play until I get my money back. I'm gonna stop joking. I don't have a problem. I swear.
Bye, everyone.
So thanks for listening, guys, to the Dungeon Runners Podcast. Be sure to follow the Dungeon Runners Podcast on YouTube and on SoundCloud under Dungeon Runners Podcast, and watch each recording live for the Dungeon Runners Podcast on twitch.tv/Dungeon Runners. Goodbye.